You want to pour the shot really quick so we don't have the fiasco we had fucked up the cheers?
Degraded and humiliated by my spirit. That is literally my pickup technique for him.
Oh yeah, there was the upper cutoff.
I don't even have to give 100% dick.
Yeah, I had it in bold that we didn't actually say it.
Don't do anything, guys. Love yourself and my dogs. That's it.
There you go.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we'll only hope. We'll only hope. Welcome back, everybody. Ricky, could you flip the viewfinder real quick for me on this camera? So sorry. Guys, this is not a professional production, none whatsoever. We already have been drinking. We actually had the guest decide to just not show up. This is not the guest.
Nah,
this is
replacement.
He literally was. You were just going to be an off-camera corresponder, and then we decided that we had to throw you on camera because Ali didn't show up.
Dog.
Yeah, come on, man. You can't cancel fucking 5 minutes before a
Not
show.
a morning shift, man.
Come on, what the fuck? It's not a morning shift.
Respectfully.
Bar enemy. Let's start the show off before we get into all the drama, like we always do. Where shots are like handshakes. Cheers, boys. So right as we ran the camera, we made a realization. Ricky, what episode is this?
53.
53. John, what episode did you do?
5. And then we had to do a couple takes. So it ended
Officially.
up being 5.3.
5.3. Can you explain to Ricky, because he wasn't here for that, what does 5.3 mean?
So what had happened, we had everything set up. Berto was here. We ran the first take. We weren't recording audio, I think.
Yeah.
And then the second one, well, it was like hour
We
long.
did an hour. We did a solid hour.
Like pounding drinks, like doing our thing.
Yeah.
And then we did a second take.
But the second take, no Berto.
No Berto.
Because he was like, hey, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm out. He just left. And we're like, let's just run another 30. He's like, we tried, we failed. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Okay, gotcha.
And then, so for the second take, we had my girlfriend, Brooke. She came and helped produce.
I was scrambling. I was like, I need someone to literally sit in front of a laptop and do nothing. Please.
Like, push buttons.
You really don't unless you have a whole production. Ricky does a lot. Back then, we had no production. We did nothing.
Shout out Ricky.
Shout out Ricky.
Winky face.
I Google something every now and then.
Every now and then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
People know me.
Every now and then, he questions his own thing. Though he's like, man, I don't really know. I'm like, well, you're the guy to look it up, so
you gotta figure it out.
yeah. So I called Brooke. I was in a scramble, and I was like, hey, I need you. I'm so sorry. I need you. And she was very gracious about it. We'd love to have her come back on the show. She says I'm bad at planning, so we haven't figured it out yet, but we will do that. But that was take 2, right?
That was take 2.
How long did we do for take 2?
Probably about another 45 to an hour.
Just drinking.
Just-
Because he drinks. He drinks.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
This is what we
camel.
do.
Yeah. And so we do take 2, and then we realize now
No.
we got video, but we didn't have audio this time. Or whatever it was vice versa.
versa.
It was bad.
We were getting to that point where it was like, all right, we don't know if we're going to do a third episode or what. And then it was just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're already here.
We're here. What the fuck? We're having a good time. At least I think. Brooke did say when I was very stressed the entire weekend afterwards. I was like, "Did you have fun? Like, hey, did you have fun? Did you?" I had the energy of a guy who had sex with a girl that was a little too drunk. Where he's like, "Hey,
Was everything
it was cool. It was right. Everything. It was cool.
This was totally consensual.
Totally consensual, right? You had fun. You had fun. Can I get you to sign this? You had fun.
You're going to come back, right?
Yes. And so we had that energy, and then we were just like, you know what? We're having a good time. Let's just run it. Let's do it one more time. And then we still do how long did we do for the
It
last?
was like a whole nother
whole
hour,
nother hour, yeah.
long.
And
So,
mind you, every show, him and I were doing like 4 or 5 shots a take.
Easy.
So we killed 2 of the crafts.
Yeah.
We only had 3 back then. 2 of them, we killed it. We ate all the writer's tears. You drank all the Hennessy that we had too.
what it was.
We drank all the Hennessy that we had.
it was me.
Yeah, and it was just like, what the fuck? And it was bad. I thought, when I'm that drunk, when I'm in the middle of a fucking time travel, we don't black out.
Time travel.
When I'm in the middle of a time travel, I think that I'm wearing it so well. I'm like, I'm barely slurring my words. Like, I think I'm good.
You start trying to act like me.
I think I was like, I'm not that bad. And when I watched it back, I was editing, I was definitely drunk. 100% drunk. But I hide mine very well. It's something that I've done my entire life. Kim will tell you at Bungalow, she's like, you can hide it. John, on the other hand,
Cannot.
Bro, it was great.
I get about probably halfway there, and I'm just tanked.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is he doesn't actually tank. He doesn't go down. You stay in the fucking drunk tank for you plateau at such a shitty level, and then ride that for 7 hours.
The lights are on and no one's home.
It's like fucking hey, yeah. His mind goes to sleep, and his body's like, tonight is my night. Let's do it. Let's go.
Every time.
So yeah, he was that. So we call that episode 5.3. Here we are, a year later, almost to the date. We're like a year and 3 weeks later. And here we're at episode 53.
It was fate.
Serendipitous, baby.
I will say, I feel like I definitely get really fucked up, and I hit a certain point where it's obvious I'm fucked up. But I'm like, I usually tend to get quiet, and I try to just like, all right, just focus on watching the TV. They won't know. Just focus on what.
If they can't see me, I can't see them.
I will say that after I hit that point, I'm pretty quick at bouncing back because there was that time at the Euros.
Boot rally or?
I mean, look at when we were at.
Oh
Euro
no, I remember
finals.
the Euros. Yeah.
Like I was dunzo at Lucky Bar, dunzo.
Yeah, that the opening video that you guys see, that's us at the Euros just fucking having a great time, making fun of James because he supported England. Italy won, and like to start that day, whoo man! I was like, well, Ricky's gone.
Well, we went to fucking brunch and we're pounding.
Yeah, well, it was bottomless mimosas for an hour and a half, and like
I mean, at that
we
point,
took
like,
advantage.
there's not
We
much
took
you can do.
full advantage. We were like the only people in that motherfucker too. So we were just like, as soon as they brought us one, they were like, just go bring us another because we're gonna just slam this.
we were literally a dog where chocolate fell on the ground, and we don't know if it's good for us, but we're like, this doesn't happen a lot. We don't do a lot of like endless drinks. Let's just fucking pound it as hard as we can. And then we went to Public Bar to watch the final. And we did bottle service. And
because to reserve a table, you have to spend a certain amount of money.
Yeah, and it was going to be standing room only, and we're like, well, but there was 7 of us, 8 of us. We can. If everyone does $50, $60, whatever. We can get a bottle, and then so we got 1 bottle and like 24 beers or something.
We had a bunch of buckets. We had a shitload of buckets, and then we bought like a bunch of finger food for people, but
that was
it's not really like filling though.
So
Nobody really eats when they start.
So I got blackout drunk.
So
passed out in the car, but then we got back to bungalows. I was like good to go again. All I needed was that hour nap in the car.
That's it. Yeah, we still rode it home. We rode it on when we got home. But what you'll see in that video is we try to do it as one take. Italy it's like a penalty kick. They score. I think because it went to a penalty shootout. I'm standing on the chair. There's fucking 300 people in this building. I'm like, let's fucking go. Let's go. Everyone in the building is screaming, losing their mind. And then the camera pans to Ricky. This is all one shot. And he's just... So,
hey, I knew what was going on. I just couldn't express my emotions at the time.
Pull up the intro video just so John can truly appreciate. Well, I'll turn down the sound a little bit, but I just want John to truly appreciate like this moment because like you were in the time travel, and that's what I love so much about it because like you weren't there, you weren't there, but your body was still like I know what's going on here. Okay.
I just have it muted, so.
Okay, cool. I'll put myself back up. So there. I'm up top, just being a dickhead to everyone behind. Yeah, being a dickhead to everyone behind. And then the camera keeps going. That's DeConte. Shout out to DeConte.
Hey, shout out
there he is. He's like,
that is awesome.
Oh yeah, it's goated.
love
It's
that.
goated. I love.
In
that
a way,
move
though,
by
it's
you.
like I knew the camera started looking at me, so I was like, I gotta do something. The show must go on.
Oh, yeah.
You felt eyes.
I will say that is something that our generation is so good about knowing is when the camera is on us, just do something. Because one of my favorite things to do is go back and watch like spring break videos from the 90s or like high school, like videos of just people in high school in the early 2000s, late 90s, and seeing when the camera goes on them, there's like, oh, you're going to show your family this? Like they have no concept that this video is going to be seen by other people. Nowadays, you put a video on anybody and they're like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? But then you just go back there and they're like,
They're just there.
You got to think like kids that grew up in the internet age, like from a young age, their parents are like, "All right, little Kimmy, time to smile for the camera."
That is true.
So they're like used to living in front of a camera, so it's just natural for them.
It's
Like we had Polaroids, maybe. Like
oh yeah,
our family didn't
the
have nice
film-
cameras.
The film cameras that you get from like Walmart.
y'all had a fucking VHS camera. Remember how big those VHS cameras were?
Oh, I had
Bro,
one for
yeah.
wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Oh god, those things were rough. We I love you, Dad. We got a home video of us watching. It's not watching. We were at the San Diego Zoo in the early '90s. I was in California, and so we had a family vacation. We're at the San Diego Zoo having a great time, And as we watch the video back like a decade later, and it's my dad running the camera. Oh, here we are. Oh, this little shithead Isaac. Oh yeah, okay, here we are.
We're with, like, calls you a shithead.
Yeah, you know, whatever. He's a Marine. That's I love you. That's I love
Clearly,
you.
you weren't the favorite.
Yeah, no, of course not. No, I was his firstborn. I'm his favorite. I'm not my mom's firstborn though, so you know maybe she don't love me. I don't know. Dark. But no, so we watched the video, and my dad's like fast forwarding through it, and then he fast forwards for like 5 minutes. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm old enough to understand. Like, I was like, why are we fast forwarding for 5 minutes? This is a family video. I was like, what? Go back. I want to see. He goes back, and then it is literally just 20 minutes. My dad's a Marine. You know, fucking. I think he was like E7 at the time. He wanted to be an E9, which is the highest he could go in the enlisted. He is a natural born leader. So the group, there was another family with us. I think there was 2 families with us. Everyone's following my dad. This video camera, as you can see, tight on some woman's ass. Just like, it's just a family video. And then you hear in the video, once he gets towards the end, someone's like, David, where are we going? He goes, oh, I don't know. And like the camera pans up somewhere else.
A real man.
I was like, a 20-minute family vacation at the San Diego Zoo, and we were just following we didn't see any exhibits. We were just following my dad because we all thought we knew where he was going. And he's just following some bitch in biker shorts.
Oh, we're about to watch like some monkeys and giraffes. Hey, Isaac, feed the giraffes. Feed them some lettuce.
Nope, it was just ass. Yeah.
I can respect that. Yeah.
What's the
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
No, I'll drink to that. There you go. Cheers, Dad. Good for you.
Real man of genius.
Genius. Zoom in on a woman's ass when you have a camera. Real man of genius.
Someone's got to do it, man.
No, he took that Tootsie Roll video too well. The zooming in. Yeah, I can't remember the song you said. Yeah, he took that one way too well. Anyways, that's great. Oh, man. Well, because Ollie decided to just not show up, you know, as John said, this was a morning shift for him, so he just decided not to show up to his job. We add John on. Luckily, it was very, very serendipitous. I literally just had him on so we could check the guests because I knew he was just going to lie about some shit. Because I don't know him that well. You know, Ollie, I don't even know. Ollie's apparently not even your name. I just found out like 20 minutes ago when John said
that's like he's like Ali, like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
that's
he does box. He does box. So
he does box, but
he does box. So like, don't make fun of him too hard in the comments. Like,
for real. Will whoop your ass.
He will whoop your ass.
He's gonna keep them receipts. He's like DMV Sam.
Yeah, DMV Sam.
See you been talking shit.
Donald Trumpo. Let's what the fuck are you up to, dog? I see you said this at minute 23.
We don't know who you are, but you might be motivated enough to find out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. No one's more motivated than the man who got disrespected. 100%. Yeah.
Oh, they've been disrespecting me all year.
Hey, you got some good comments in there too, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know,
They're not all bad.
not all lesbians are ugly, so you know that's a compliment.
Right. You still don't have a chance with them.
I'm like,
It's not-
I'm
it's
like
not-
that.
yeah.
I'm like the Justin Bieber lesbians, you know, like
Yeah.
I could see it.
Would you rather be a lipstick lesbian or a butch lesbian?
probably
Definitely a butch lesbian. Just built like one.
The amount of attention you get though as a lipstick lesbian.
Oh, you want attention from both sexes. I get it.
Ah.
Lipstick. I get it.
I just honestly want free shit.
You just
I
want
just,
free
I just
shit?
want to know what it's like to get free shit for once. Like,
Oh, God,
Story of
yeah.
my life.
just to be hot and just be like, "Can I buy you a drink?"
Man.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Yo, he got the whole girl voice and everything.
Bro, man, the moment someone sent, like,
practicing.
it only happens at my bar because people know who I am there. But, like, if I'm at another bar and somebody buys me a drink, just because, like, I'm sitting close enough to the circle, they're like, yeah, run a shots and get that guy one, too. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm going to remember that for the rest of my fucking life. It's so sad. Yes, the flutters, the butterflies in the stomach and everything. Next time you see a random guy sitting by himself, just send him a shot. Not ladies, because he's going to think you're trying to fuck.
Yeah, but a dude, he'd probably make his day.
There you go, yeah. It's a conversation I had to have with my lady when she first started hanging out at my bar. She's a really sweet person. She sees like somebody by themselves. She goes, "Oh yeah, get that guy a shot." I'm like, "I will get them a shot, babe," but you know they're gonna think you just want to fuck. She's like, "Why would they think that?" I was like, "Because nothing ever nice happens to men. Like nothing ever nice. Like the idea of just a strange, beautiful woman just sending you a shot. Like no, that's just.
I mean, there's the thing where like men don't get flowers until their funeral or shit like that.
Yeah, that is the thing. I've heard that before.
I want flowers. I would love some flowers.
I've never got flowers before. That'd be wild if I got flowers. I don't know how to react.
I would appreciate the sentiment. I wouldn't feel like emasculated for it.
Well, they say lingerie to men is flowers to women. So if you are seeing somebody, you don't want to get them flowers because
Buy
you
'em
don't want to feel.
boxers.
No, not buy her boxers. Show up in lingerie,
give her
ladies. Yeah, no, the ladies supposed to show up in lingerie. That's our.
But that's shit that they already got on deck, though. Like, where's the gift to me? Like,
totally
I feel like
get
I can get that shit for free.
Oh yeah, good for you. Yeah.
So you want her to just spend money on you to make you feel validated?
No, I mean, we're talking about giving gifts. I mean, you're literally like Indian giving something you already have, you know?
That's racist, man. You can't say.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro. It's like, why can't you just?
Oh, is that not something you're allowed to say anymore? Since when?
So it's the whole like concept of Indian giving, quote unquote, mad woke here, Isaac here.
He's turned a corner.
We just went down an alleyway that we're not planning
The
for.
term Indian giving comes from the idea that like we bought land from the Indians and then they came back because they didn't understand the concept of owning land. So they're like, oh, we actually hunt here, so we're gonna hunt. And they're like, they're coming back to take it, and they would kill them because they were coming back because they're like, oh, you fucking Indian givers, we bought it from you, and now you're taking it back. You're taking, and like that's not. They just didn't understand the concept of buying land.
All right.
Yeah,
What
that's
about,
it.
what's the origin of like the Indian burn then?
The Indian word? Oh, what's the
That's
Indian
a
word?
really
I
tight.
thought.
Were
Yeah.
you on the forearm where you twist
Oh,
your
that's
arms out?
it's double yuck on the forearms.
Yeah.
So basically, Indians were the real OGs of hand jobs, basically.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Hey man,
Hey, next time you get a double yuck 3000,
just think.
go to your local reservation. Just say thank you. If you can't find a reservation, just go to MGM. A casino's good.
Any of your local casinos?
Yeah, any local casino. Fucking
Even
A.
Roses.
The segment was supposed to start as I was being woke, but just,
Hey, now
it's a slippery slope.
We're all on the same level now.
Yeah, slippery slope, just like the slope dies. Okay, cool. Let's let's do a little segment. Let's get a little wholesome real quick. I did want to run this segment. I would call it Cheers of the Week now. Cheers of the Week. Don't have drops. Don't have segments. Well, Austin's too coked up. I don't know where the button's at. I heard he was bad, man. I heard some people saw him.
Oh, from someone else?
Yeah, I heard someone else saw him at Tandoori, and he was just bad. So it sucks. But I'll bleep the name out, whatever. But yeah.
I mean, I could say a story about the last time I saw him.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got? Well, let me do Cheers of the Week first. Before we shit on our friend. Cheers of the Week. Check on your boys.
Facts.
Before we shit on our boys here publicly on the podcast, just check on your boys. Like we just said, men don't get flowers until their fucking grave. Men don't get, you're not going to get a shot. You can ask a girl last time she got, bought a drink. Most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, they can tell you it has happened within the last year because, it just happens. It happens. But just check on your boys. I texted my boy Clay last night around like fucking 1 a.m. because I was just like, I heard a song and it just like activated a memory and I was like, hey, dog, love you. Just, love you.
It's the simple things like that.
Yeah. So, Ricky, love you. John, you're here. Okay. Anybody else have a cheers of the week?
So does this have to be something that happened within the last week, or can it just be something?
No, whatever, yeah.
All right. I want to say cheers to the cop that pulled me over when I was 20. I blew a .11, and then he let me go, and then I saw him get
.11? Let you go. Say his name. Let's get him
I don't know his
fired.
name,
No,
but he was at Tim's getting shit-faced the next day because I worked at Tim's, and I bought him some shots. So
did he know you
fair
worked
trade.
at Tim's?
No, I just happened to
you're
run
just a
into him, and
stranger.
I was just
Yeah.
like, hey, thanks for not costing me 15 G's.
Yeah.
Let me buy you a couple drinks.
Yeah.
Man.
Let me get you into the situation.
And then
that
he
you
was
got
shit
me
faced, so I
out.
tried to buy him a cab home, and he was just like, as he drove
He's
up,
like, what the-
because I walked.
Who's
into his
gonna
car
pull me
'cause I
over,
was trying to,
me?
No. So what he did is, as he got into his car, he was just like, nah, it's cool. I know people, and then he winked at me and drove off.
I love that. I
So
love that.
cheers to that cop for not ruining my life.
Hey, cheers to you, brother, man. Cheers to you. We appreciate you. Man, to cool cops. I'll give it. Yeah, there are some cool cops out there, man. I really.
Couple of them.
Hey, they're getting a bad rap these days.
He's
They
an
need some
ACAB guy.
positive
He's an
stories.
ACAB guy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
ACAB.
fair.
Yeah. ACAB, ACAB. All cops are
bitches.
bastards. Oh, bitches? I thought it was
Oh,
bastards.
Either
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I mean, collectively.
John said it.
He said it first.
Hold on. Hey, he said it, not me.
Hey, no.
You
were one of the good
Sergeant.
ones.
He said it,
bro.
not me. You're
are-
my boy.
You are one of my favorite.
You're my
if
boy.
not my favorite.
This dude, he comes to my bar. He is a fucking 6'6".
giant.
What, 280 maybe?
Easily.
Yeah, 280,
Like-
300. I mean, his shoulders
Could
are
eat both of
yeah.
us and
His-
look the same.
Yeah, it's wild. Like when you think of what a Frankenstein is supposed to look like. I'm sorry, Bliss.
We'll fix that in editing.
He is a white bald like Frankenstein.
White.
Like The idea for me to be a criminal in a dark alley and then this officer steps forward.
I'm done.
I'm my brother in Christ. My brother in Christ. I've given up everything.
I plead guilty.
Exactly.
I will admit
Whatever it was, I did it. I'm sorry.
whatever I didn't do, I did.
I did it too.
Like,
Yeah, no, fuck that. That man is terrifying.
Just please don't Floyd George me.
Yeah, exactly. Floyd George. He does it backwards.
George Floyd.
I love that.
You were thinking of Boy George and also racist. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'd be his bitch.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, fucking John, you got a cheers?
Just like to kind of piggyback off of what you were saying, like always check up on your boys because you never know. Because a lot of times, like especially in this day of age, guys don't talk about anything. So
Berto, we love you.
Gonna be a whole bunch of shit going on, and they're gonna think they can handle it all by themselves. And then they have like one or two females or something like that, and they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna pin it all on them," but that's not their job.
Yeah, that hits
Like,
him. Yeah.
It's okay to be vulnerable, man.
Yeah, you gotta. It doesn't
Talk
make
about
you,
your feelings.
Doesn't make you less of a man. I mean,
It sucks though when you do that with a lady, and this is not
and
happening.
then she shits on.
Oh God, because I've heard this story a million times at the bar where some guy was like, I thought she was the one. I fucking opened up and she just shit on me for it, and like that's why, 100%. You got a lady, rely on your lady, but talk to your boys, man. Talk to your boys. There are things we can talk about that you don't feel like we can. We come from a generation of dads who just didn't talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, my dad wasn't there, so.
See, exactly.
Yeah, so you really didn't talk about it, did you?
You learn how to.
I'm very emotional because I was raised by a single mom. So I have no problem
know
talking
my
about my
deal.
feelings.
He's calling his boys. Guess what fucking Sharon did? Like, I'm like,
It's like
Ricky,
the
I don't
days of
care.
our lives and
Why I don't
stuff.
want to hear this shit. Why are you calling me about this? No, you
it's
don't
a really good
understand. You don't
story.
understand. It's a really good story.
But nah, moral of it is check on your boys.
Check on your boys. Cheerios, boys.
I'll drink to that.
All right, there you go. Oh, speaking of, when I was checking on my boy today, John, to have him come to the show, he told me a hilarious story. Do you want to share it?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
All right. Cool. Go ahead.
All right.
I think, we'll just make this our Wild Thing segment, actually. Ricky, you don't want to know.
What the fuck did you just say?
No, you're good.
Fuck it.
Okay, cool. This is the segment. This is Wild Things. Oh, he grabbed Jack last night. Perfect. This is a segment where you just heard something crazy. Doesn't have to be at the bar, but it's just something that you want to share because it is fucking wild. All right. So I was picking up John to come do this episode so he can check the guests. Not Ali. And wound up having not guests. And John told me this story on the way here that just fucking tickled my dick. But let's do the shot.
Literally.
Cheers.
Cheers. Foreshadow. There's a lot of dick tickling in the story.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
A thorough amount of dick tickling.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, I don't know if y'all know, but y'all probably do. I was hanging out with my girlfriend yesterday, right? Everything's going good.
Mm-hmm.
And, one thing leads to another. We're getting hot and heavy.
Yes,
And,
that's why I need your sound. Yeah.
After, like, a couple rounds, I was like, we're going to...
Couple rounds. God damn.
A little bit longer than 2 minutes.
Woo. Shout out, Andy.
We were going, and, she's on top. Like, I'm just kind of, like, jackhammering my thing, like, doing it. And all of a sudden, I get the worst hamstring cramp right when I'm about to,
Ascension.
And she's there. I'm in a weird position, grabbing my hamstring, like trying not to cry because I don't want to look like it's crying while I'm having sex. Like that's not my thing. Like that, I'm sad, but I'm not that sad.
You're not losing your virginity.
I just love you so much.
It's not the first time.
Oh, Jesus.
Won't be the last. But I'm like grabbing my thigh, and she's like, "You want me to get off?" I'm like, "No." And then all of a sudden, I'm like, "Yeah, you got to get off." Like I start like crying. My hamstring is cramping and it's just the most odd feeling that I've ever felt in my life. Like to be in pain, but ecstasy at the same time doesn't compute.
I'm surprised it didn't activate like a really weird kink for you. Where you're like, fuck. Now I have to. You remember that episode of Black Mirror? The guy who like needed pain.
Yeah, pain.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I'm so good for you.
Like now you fucking called me out.
Yeah. Now you gotta have a hammer in bed and fucking hit your leg right as you come. Like
Jesus.
Oh God.
That would
It's the only way he can come now.
It's the only way, yeah. It's the only way.
I gotta hurt myself.
Why do you have so many fucking like hammers in the back of your car? Like you don't understand. Like, oh god, it's tough.
This guy just doesn't stop.
I know. And then, how did the lady respond to the whole, rigmarole?
She just wanted me to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But she was also in the moment that I was in too.
Okay.
Except she wasn't cramping, so it was kind of like
dual crescendo. Okay.
Yeah. That's how it goes. Like, lady always gets there first, and then you follow up.
Silver medal, baby.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman.
Good for you.
I don't know, man. I'm a gold medal boy. I'm a gold medal boy. I come first, you know?
Give this man a Purple Heart.
Hey, yeah, I'm wounded.
L's in the chat. Okay.
But she was there too, and it was just like, all right, nah, I don't want you to get off, but it's like, I can't physically move. Like, get the fuck
When your
off.
body cramps, though, your body cramps.
Like,
your body
and I haven't had a hamstring cramp in like 2-3 years. So that was own, like, problem in its own. Like,
and then, so what did she tell you about it when you guys talked about it?
she said that there's only one other person I've ever met that has ever had this happen to them, and it just ironically happens to be you.
Disclaimer. Never. Disclaimer. Want to throw that in there first. That his lady is his lady. And just that, yeah.
Complete separate.
Wanted to throw that out. Yeah.
She just has a thing to just make dudes cramp.
She just knows how to make dudes cramp up, bro. Oh my god. She do the cramp 3000 on you? Oh man.
In my hamstring.
Drink your electrolytes before you fuck, basically.
Bro,
Bro, I was pounding Gatorade too, so I don't know.
You fucking with her near Christmas? They call her cramp puss.
Shit lock on you. When you're done.
There you go. No, so I've told this story a few times before. I didn't realize that she knew this story because her and I don't really work together. So I was like, we work together, but we don't like work together. So I was just kind of like, what the fuck? She knows that story of mine, and so I obviously had to share with my story. It was within the first few times I was having sex with my current lady now, and I can be a man. I can admit. The first 2 times were not good sessions, and they weren't because I wasn't on the honey pack. Not at all.
It takes a real man to admit it wasn't good.
It wasn't that at all. What had happened was I was battling with really bad stomach stuff at the time. I was going through testing. I had 2 different doctors who thought I had cancer. But just bad stuff. And when my stomach was fucking going, And 2 times in a row, like our first 2 times. Well, our first time I was just gone. I was hammer drunk, and that was bad. It was our second and maybe third time where like I had to stop to be like, it's not you, but I got to go throw up. Go to the bathroom. And I'm in there for like 15. And it's just bad. And she's just laying in the bed, just like, what the fuck is going on? What did I do? What am I doing that's making him, so disgusted? Yeah. And so I came back in. I came back and I was like, hey, if I never see you again, I totally understand. I 100% get it. And she stuck around. I was like, all right, totally cool. Shout out, she a real one.
Never judge a dude off his first nut.
Yes. Never judge a dude off the first nut.
Always do everything twice to make sure you didn't like the first
exactly.
time.
Well, I feel like the first time, especially when you're with someone, you're like extra excited.
I get that, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm an anomaly to that because the first.
Oh, because you just can't come because you don't love him.
No.
It's not love. I can't. I'm just gonna.
I'm just gonna.
But before we let me get to the whole crux of the story here. There was a reason, the whole cramp thing. So like it was like number 4 or 5 time, and like we got a great session. I'm like, yes. Oh, I can finally like let her know the great God that I am. Jesus, no honey packs, blue chews, none of that. And I'm doing great. We're having a great time, and we're approaching crescendo. She's crescendoing, and we're like having a great time on the couch. And I'm kind of doing like the missionary kind of a little thing, whatever. And then my left leg fucking cramps up so bad, but I'm giving the power. Like she's receiving, I'm giving. So I couldn't thrust. And I was like, oh god. She's like, what? I was like, I'm cramping. I'm cramping. I have to like, I gotta like straighten my leg out because it was all bent up. And she goes, and just locks the leg. She fucking goes full pincer, like crab pincer on me. And I'm like, and so like I'm grabbing my leg, trying to pull away. She's pulling me in. It was legitimately the most cathartic cum I've ever had my entire life. Cause like the pain of my thigh going crazy, but my thigh going crazy was also gyrating me forward. I'm like, my leg hurts, and like whatever was doing for her was doing great, and she finally was like, she was good. Let's go to the pincers, and I'm on the couch over there, so don't sit over there ever. I'm on the couch over there. I fall back because I'm trying to straighten my leg out, and as I fall back.
All over you?
Yeah.
So you're saying you shoot ropes?
Not normally. No, not normally. No, not at all. But that
only
session.
when he cramps.
Yeah, when I cramp up, man, pull the red velvet rope out. Like this is a VIP section right here on my chest. So it was disgusting. I think it's a hilarious story, and it's just funny to me that y'all have like a similar wildly disgusting thing to happen, and your girl goes, "Yeah, Isaac had that happened to him too." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Why do we know this?" Like shit. Yeah.
Hey, we're a lot
You
closer
know,
than
there
we
you go.
think.
Yeah, there you go. Cramp buddies, baby.
Yeah, facts.
There you go. Cheers.
I definitely shoot ropes. Like, I have to like be conscious about where I aim it because
What a transition.
Bro, I was like mid sip.
because otherwise you're liable.
Yeah.
You're liable to fucking take
I-
a bitch's eye out or something. Like,
Oh, you gotta let them know. You're like, hey, I'm just like, yeah.
it
Close
takes
the
off
eyes.
like a
Close the eyes.
like SpaceX. Like,
Hey, man, that was a successful launch. You saw that the other week?
it's
Not your channel. I was talking about the SpaceX channel. Yeah.
yeah, nah, it's a problem.
Have you ever aimed at something particularly and hit it?
Like darts.
No, so like if I'm
This
like
is nothing bar talk, but we're just in this right now. So
if I'm like
we're having fun.
if I'm pulling out like I try to aim for the belly, but sometimes it just shoots out so strong that like it ends up going higher than what I initially anticipate.
That's always a good feeling though. Like you gotta be proud. Like you got like a record set.
Like I'm not even like I
Oh
can
yeah,
shoot
you gotta like fucking on your bedroom, put the ground, and then just put like benchmarks right there, like it's
I
a
would
free
just-
throw line. It's just like, all right,
see
cool,
how
I
far
can shoot
you
from it.
can
You,
get it.
you ever play around the world in basketball?
I think I can
you need
be
to
in,
start
like,
moving back further and further and further and
That's
see
the
what you
best
can
way to
hit.
the
do it.
Guinness Book of World Records for like
Exactly.
I can
yeah.
shoot that bitch across a room.
He's got
Hey,
23
Jesus.
feet.
Oh, fucking A. Did you ever see that commercial for vegans? Why they should be vegan? No. Pull this up. Look it up. Just go to Google and type in vegan sex commercial. It's
We're gonna get a lot of wild shit for that one. You better not have safe shirts on.
I'm on a weird algorithm. There you go. Yep, first one right there. Yeah.
He's watched this plenty of times.
38 seconds. There you go. We'll play this too. Yeah. Meat eater. Look at that. Meat eater. Could not last.
Oh wow.
Vegan sex.
And this is posted by PETA.
Yeah, PETA posted this. This is an official PETA commercial. Vegans have better sex.
I wonder if there's signs behind that. Let's fucking
Yeah, we're gonna have to indulge.
I can't wait to fast forward to next week when Ricky's like, guys, being vegan is it's a lifestyle choice, okay? Can we please stop doing these bacon burgers? Oh, I think it's still playing another one. It switched to another video if you can close that one out.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Oh, I mean,
No, there was another video. I don't
weird ass
just
algorithm.
can't pipe it.
I love that.
Oh wait, here.
Oh.
What does this say? Go ahead, Ricky.
According to a study published in the Nutrition Journal, people who consume less meat have much lower stress levels. A vegan lifestyle gives you better energy, stamina, and an overall much more satisfying sexual experience, which contributes to a happier sex life. Which is a vague ass way of saying like it could potentially
It could,
improve.
yeah.
Yeah, it
But
could.
there's nothing that like
You ever?
do
Yeah.
vegans have less stamina?
Well, it's like I feel like that.
Oh, they have
commercial is-
significantly better VO2 max, whatever the fuck
You
that
can
means.
get a better VO2 max by just running.
Is that okay? I don't know.
VO2 max is the amount of oxygen that your body consumes.
Vegans in the chat, can you please comment whether or not your sex is better with meat eaters versus non-meat eaters? I have no idea.
Technically, if you're having sex, aren't you a meat eater?
I did read an article yesterday where it says that women who wear socks in bed are more likely to climax.
orgasm?
I've seen
Yeah,
that before too.
I read that Hustler magazine too. Yeah, I remember that. I honestly read that in Playboy like 7 years ago, and the thing is, I've told my lady this quite a few times, but she's a flip flop wearer, and the idea of her just like, hold on, let me put on my crew necks, just is not like it's just or crew socks. It's just not
It's like, hey, do you want
turn
to
on to
come
me.
or not?
I was like, yeah. Because I'm not going to do it. So, like, what the fuck?
Unless
I
I'm
need all the
cramping,
help
it's
I
not
can
gonna
get.
happen.
What the hell? So put on your fucking Hanes.
I need a Chris
Yeah.
Paul in the bedroom. Put those socks on.
Come on, girl. Yo, what the fuck? Put on your gold toes and let's go. Like, what are we doing? Jesus. No. So I know we've already done bar enemy, bar friend with the guest here, John, but we did add a bunch of whole new questions, and we kind of want to go through them a little bit. And it's always fun to go through with somebody like John because you know he's not gonna lie. You know he's gonna tell the truth.
I feel like we have some better questions now. Too.
We have some.
These are some
By
solid
better
ass
questions, that means Ricky actually gave questions, which means that in fact better because our questions were just very lackadaisical and not as great. So let's do this segment here. This is bar enemy, bar friend, technically part 4 for John, but part 2. Yeah. So let's just revisit this. What did we decide you were last time? A bar enemy or bar friend?
I want to say.
You want to say enemy so bad. I know you said.
No, he wants to say friend, but he doesn't know. He doesn't want to lie about it.
He
I
don't
don't
lie about it.
truly
Yeah.
remember because by the end of the podcast, I wasn't really
Yeah,
there.
oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we decided friends. So honestly, I was gonna say frenemy.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
Could be
limbo
friendly.
state.
Okay. Well, let's. Well, now that Ricky's here as an official judge, let's figure it out. Let's run it. What do you got?
All right, if you were drunk, what's the biggest animal you feel confident in beating in a fight?
Definitely a kangaroo.
That's the biggest animal.
I'm punching a kangaroo square in its jaw.
Also, nah.
I would lose that fight.
I think so, yeah.
Beating in a fight.
Beating in a fight, I don't know. Biggest animal?
Because you're a wrestler. Y'all both are wrestlers.
Yeah,
You're not taking them down.
No, not a kangaroo. I just love saying that
Kangaroos
because
don't
it
need to
sparks
sprawl. They got that back
conversation.
tail. They got that
exactly.
back
I
tail.
mean, you hop on their back, you might be able to like
That's
rear
what I'm saying.
naked choke him or
I'm gonna
something.
choke the shit out of him.
But to get behind him,
But-
though, he's going to hit you with a tail. Also, those are razor sharp claws.
Yeah, definitely not a kangaroo. I was lying.
You ever see a kangaroo hanging out in water?
No, that's terrifying.
Google right now kangaroo in water and like what it means.
Yeah,
it's
you
it's
just
ridiculous.
Opened up a whole new
So-
world.
One of the fatality, the finishing move for kangaroos.
Oh, they drown 'em.
What is it? Yeah, what does it mean if a kangaroo's in water? I'm like pointing, like you can see the screen. What it means when a
Damn, that's a dog.
kangaroos like to hang out in water because their move is to grab you, hold you, and just hold you underwater. That's like their finishing move. So if you see a kangaroo in water, I
the
promise,
fuck
get
away.
the fuck away. Get the fuck away.
That's
It is
wild as fuck.
ridiculous. But
No,
yeah,
I always say
was trying to find
whenever
those-
I
yeah.
get like a question like that, I always say kangaroo because it sparks so much other conversation. But truthfully, the biggest animal I think I could fight. Well, I was drunk one night and got home, and my yard like
Saw a
it's
wallaby.
It's a rather large yard. Okay, I can't speak. A rather large yard, and there was a raccoon, and it was in the rose bush that we have, and it wasn't like your average size like cereal.
it wasn't a
box.
run of the mill raccoon.
No, this
Yeah.
motherfucker was huge.
He went to a nuclear power plant. He's from
Yeah.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Chernobyl raccoon.
He came from like The Simpsons.
Okay, all right,
And
yeah.
he's just like in this rose bush, like breaking the branches and shit, like eating out of the bird feeder.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what, I gotta get him down. I see a tennis ball. I throw the tennis ball at him. That just pisses him
Oh,
off.
come on, don't do that. Yeah, gotcha.
And then he starts running towards me, and I panic. I have no idea what to do. This raccoon's coming to attack me, and I just haul off and kick him in the chest. Runs to the tree line. And that was it. So I think definitely raccoon.
That's the biggest.
no, I could.
Come on, the question, like,
don't know, man.
you're
It's-
talking
it's-
about a time where a fucking little cute ass raccoon,
Nah, that motherfucker
little
was not
Pepe,
cute,
little
bro.
Pepe, or whatever his fucking
Nah,
name is.
Pepe Le Pew,
Pepe Le Pew
no.
was trying to fuck.
That's a
He's a
skunk.
skunk. Yeah, he was trying to fuck a raccoon or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
he's trying to get some. He's
Actually,
trying to
no, fucking
cramp.
cat, whatever it was.
He's trying
but
to cramp.
still, the biggest animal. The question is the
Probably-
biggest animal. Respect the question.
For me, it's probably a deer because I've done it sober.
Okay, but
You fought a deer sober.
what?
You shot deer.
Yeah.
I chased it down and had to stab it to kill it.
Yeah, that's with
So what
weapons.
is wrong
this
with
is
you?
with
Who hurt
weapons.
you?
No,
I'm trying to like transition out of that. Like the women like Ricky. Well, they might like you more with this story.
I was
Country women.
I was hunting and I thought I broke its back and
Okay, that's
I went to walk up on it to put it out of its misery and the motherfucker just got up and took off running like it was. So out of instinct, I just chased after that bitch and I had my hunting knife on me and
was
I
ready.
fucking tackled it from behind him. Yeah, it was pretty brutal, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking brutal. So
I mean-
for me, it's probably a deer, just in terms of realisticness.
Como se
realistic makes
dice red flag. No. But you don't have weapons, though. You don't have weapons. You don't.
If I just
he had a
had my
fucking
hand-
gun and a knife.
All right,
What is the
so-
biggest animal you can take on?
I would definitely say, fuck, man, this is a loaded ass question.
It's not loaded. It's a basic question.
All right, definitely like, fuck, dude, I don't know.
Wow, you're a bitch. That means you can't take on any.
I don't want to fight an
No,
animal.
I'm just saying, legitimately,
Okay, well-
if your animal is a raccoon, I love you to death.
I'm not-
you're a bitch.
I'm not-
Like if that's the
no.
biggest animal you can fight.
All right, what's your animal?
Yeah, what's yours?
This question is for the guests. Every question is for the
See,
guests.
see,
Hey,
see?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be judgmental,
Red panda.
Red pandas are smaller than the raccoons.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, the big red pandas.
they're
Red
like
pandas.
this big.
yeah, they're like little
They're-
mini.
They're like the same size.
Yes,
as
but
a
if they
raccoon.
stand up, they're like that big. Raccoons don't get bigger than 20 pounds.
Dog, I
Oh.
swear.
Google right now, what's bigger, a red panda or a raccoon?
on my life.
I
this
think a
raccoon that
red
was in
panda's
my-
for sure bigger.
Yeah, red pandas are for sure bigger.
In my this raccoon was.
Just Google real quick, just so we can fucking acquiesce this guess here real
mean, I'm
quick.
not gonna, like-
100%. It is a bigger animal.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go fuck up this dog. Like
Dogs are small. Is there a bigger animal that you can do?
Oh!
Raccoons grow larger.
Yeah.
What? I'm
Panda
wrong.
weighs 7 to 15
They're like the
pounds.
same.
Oh, so you're
I
the
thought they were
bitch.
bigger. All right.
So you're the bitch.
I thought they were bigger. All right, Jesus. Okay, then
I'll
what's a
drink to
bigger?
that.
What's a bigger animal then? I don't know. This question's for the guest. I don't know.
No, but
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be judgmental,
I would say
it's
like
fair trial. I
some
think.
kind of
get it,
like
I get it.
wild cat,
What's a bigger animal?
like
then?
a mountain lion kind of thing. I feel like that'd be a fair fight.
I'm trying to think a smaller version of a bear, like a small bear, but not a bear because bears are big. There's got to be a smaller version
Like
of
a
a bear,
younger bear.
like a kookaburra. No, I don't know.
Oh, like a koala.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Koalas
Okay.
are gross as fuck.
So, what's your final answer before we move on to the next one?
I'm saying a mountain lion. Just drawing wild.
There you go.
There was an article of a dude in Colorado who encountered an. It wasn't a full-grown mountain lion; it was an adolescent. So it wasn't a baby, but it was an adolescent, and
That's one where the thing's like.
He's on,
and
the- on the trail.
and
on
it
the
he's
just
just
trail.
on the
straight up
trail
attacked
walking
him. Yeah,
backwards?
and he
Yeah.
fucking ended up choking that bitch to death.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that yeah.
I would be him. I am him.
Bro,
That's a lot of confidence.
Hey, bro.
Although to be fair, that dude didn't look like he could wreck
was-
shit,
he
and
was
he
hiking.
like he looked like a dude he like puts together erector sets in his free time.
If
and
you
he
see
fucking choked
anybody
out
that
fucking-
practices BJJ, they don't look scary.
No.
They don't look scary.
I mean, look at
and then you see him roll. and
look
you're
at
like,
homeboy
oh,
Matt that we used to work with.
Yeah.
He does not give off vibes that he would whoop your ass. And
They
can
talk
wreck
about
shit.
a poisonous frog. Frogs in the wild are crazy colorful. They're bright blue and purple, and that is a sign to other animals. You fuck with me, you're gonna die. I'm not venomous. I'm poisonous. Whatever the fucking or vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
The same thing for humans. You see a man with cauliflower ear. He's right. He's right. Whatever he said, he's right. You just keep it moving. You just keep it
Odds are, anyways. Yeah, there are some people who have it that are still kind of soft, but yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Why would we make eye contact when you said that?
Soft? Oh, well, no, I'm hard right now. I don't know.
right.
What's the earliest appropriate time to get drunk?
Oh, there's no appropriate time. You can always just be drunk.
You say that, but like,
No, truthfully, I feel like at least afternoon, like 12. Unless if you have like a
12 on a weekday?
12 on a weekday. If you're having
Breakfast
like
on a weekend.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're having like a tailgate or you're going out for a brunch, then 8 a.m. is acceptable for me.
8 a.m.
I've done it. I'm not proud of it.
Brunch at 8 a.m.
Could you give up alcohol forever for $1 million?
Yeah. I would figure out a way.
I would think
Probably do a lot of other shit, but yeah, I'd figure out a way.
you could buy a lot of drugs for $1 million.
That's what I'm saying. I could buy a
Yeah.
house. I could buy a car. I could.
Yeah, but I don't want you to be the guy at the bar just like, nah, I'm good. You ladies want to go do cocaine in the bathroom,
Yeah,
though.
no,
like,
I couldn't do that.
yeah,
Nah.
you're better than that. Yeah. Have you ever skipped on a meal before going out
Yes.
because it was gonna fuck with your buzz?
Yep. I have.
Broke. That's broke. That's broke drinking right there.
That's broke man.
That's broke man
mentality.
drinking right there. Yeah.
All right,
smart.
out of all the nationalities in the world, who do you think can hold their beer the best? Hold their drinks the best?
Oh, dude.
The Jews.
I truthfully like I've never really been around a lot of Jews when they were drunk,
Okay, true, yeah.
but like
It's not kosher.
yeah, that's funny. I don't know, man. That's
Oh, I got that. That was great. That was great.
that was
Come on, what do you got? What do you got? The best, nationality, not race, nationality.
nationality.
Is that what you said, right? Nationality?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pigeonhole it into just
I would
racist because it's easier.
Like, no, I'm not. I'm white. I can't do that. I'd say Irish people. I mean,
They hold. Oh man.
because I mean, they can hold it until they're like, all right, yeah, fuck it, I'm driving home. Like,
Okay.
but I don't know. Like that's
All right,
I'm not-
all right, so you say fuck it, I'm driving home. Let's segue into the next question. After a night of drinking, how are you getting home? Are you just thugging it out and driving, or are you being safe and driving and taking an Uber?
That's a loaded question.
How was the Christmas show?
He was shout out
driving.
his shirt.
Shout out his
Shout out
shirt.
this
Shout out his
car.
shirt.
I'm calling rides from here on out. I was not driving, but
I was like, he was not driving. Can you grab me one?
yeah.
He was not driving that night, so that was great.
It just ended up bad.
Hey, ooh, yeah. It was a fucking night. But so, how are you getting home? Ah, well. Drink break. This drink break is sponsored by nobody, because we don't have an ad team. We gotta get an ad team. We gotta get a lot. We're working on it, but
Hey, this
Good things come with time.
has
yes.
come so far within
Yes.
this just
Well, they say good things come with time, but I come fast, so I don't know. Just
takes a while.
okay.
But no, I'm definitely calling rides or getting a friend to take me home or somebody who's less drunk, which is
Is that what you thought happened on the Christmas special?
yeah, and fucked around, found out.
Have you ever seen a bug in a drink and then just removed it before
Yes.
giving to the guest?
No, not before giving it to a guest. I would remake the whole drink. If there was like a
No, they didn't see it. You made it. It's on service well, or it hasn't been given to the guest yet. You noticed the bug.
Nah.
Are you just strawing it out, or are you making a whole new drink?
now if it's like a lemon seed,
I don't care what it is.
Like-
It's a bug. A bug.
nah,
I said
nah,
bug.
I'm not. I can't.
You can't do it.
Nah.
Oh.
It depends.
Alright,
Depends on the
alright.
day. If I'm pissed off, then yeah, probably.
Oh, so then yes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I was like, I don't give a fuck.
So it's still a yes.
I'll pass a beer up on the wall
Mm.
that still has like this much head on it.
This is a two-parter. At what age did you first get drunk, and have you ever used a fake ID at a bar?
I was 13 when I first got drunk, and
First had a drink or was drunk.
drunk.
Okay.
I was 9 when I had my first drink.
And
Strawberry daiquiri.
I had to build up to it.
yeah, I have used a fake ID at a bar.
Okay.
Couple different ones. It almost got taken from me when I was in New York. I went to New York and I was like, yeah, let me show you this fake West Virginia ID. And he took it and he bent it and then started peeling the lamination off. I snatched it out of his hands and ran. Left my girl there and everything.
My,
Like, the girl at the
Left his
time
girl
left her
and everything.
there. I was like, he don't fuck with me and you're already good.
This ID is way more important than my relationship. I get
Yeah,
that.
I was like, sorry, I need this.
The bar I worked at in DC, the security guards would get paid $50 a night for every fake ID.
Oh,
So if it was even like, if it looked, if there's one thing wrong, they were gonna run it through everything because they were trying to get that money.
yeah, no, that's why I grabbed it. And
What's
off.
what's the longest bender you've been on?
Oh, fuck. At least like a week and a half.
A week and a half bender.
All right,
Yeah,
we gotta delve into this a bit.
Yeah, let's
I
end
mean-
let's end it on that. What explain to me what is this?
Like,
Yeah.
there was a period of time.
What was his name?
Because there ain't no chick that's down to fucking go on a bender for a week and a half.
It was. I got stuck in Richmond,
Oh yeah,
and I was
Hipster
like,
capital of the
I
world.
was like, you know what, fuck it. Like,
PBR, People's Beer of Richmond.
yep. I was like, I really don't want to hang out with this girl, and I would just there was like a corner store right next to her house.
Oh, yeah, you did go VCU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, shout out the hat. It's backwards, but
Oh, true,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna take it all off.
Shout out the Rams. Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. Yep.
But
Ramrod.
I was hanging out with this girl for a week, and she's just fucking annoying as shit.
Mm.
So there was a corner store like right next to her crib. I would just go to the corner store, grab like whatever I think I could like shotgun in that moment, and then go back.
Okay. You were just shotgunning on
Were you, like,
outside of the
embarrassed?
store?
On the go, yeah.
Were you like
on the go.
embarrassed to drink around her? Or was she weird about you
Oh
drinking around
no,
her?
she just like she only drank Bold Rock, and I'm not a big cider guy. Like,
I get weird about drinking around people who aren't drinking.
Well, there's that.
If I'm hanging, if
So
me and my
Bulldog
lady
doesn't
go
count as
out,
drinking is what you're saying?
No.
no, it does not. Support local cideries, but no.
You gotta
Meanwhile,
have, like,
what are we drinking?
15 of them.
That's different. That's different. It's for my stomach. This is for my stomach. I don't know why y'all are drinking it.
Yeah, it's like flavored
I
water.
have ulcerative colitis, so
He does. Yeah, he does. He does.
But like, she was just, I don't know, dude. She was just not the vibe. So, I was
So,
like,
but how did you spend a week and a half with her on a bender?
because he still needed a place to sleep.
smart man.
Nobody fucks better than a man without a home because he needs a bed.
Let me in. And that's
What's the
pretty-
thing that Berto said? You either have a good dick,
A good dick,
good job,
money, or single.
or single. You have 2 out of 3. It's never all 3.
It's never all three.
Yeah, it's never all three.
Never all three. Wow.
But yeah, so that was going on, and she was just like in the crib, like drinking a Bold Rocks. But I also
But a bender's like
I didn't only have
you're
this.
ipso facto to the fucking roof.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was-
I thought you were just like every hour or two. Just
Woke
like
up in the
let me just go
morning.
crush a beer.
Woke up in the morning and had a bottle of Tito's next to the bed,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, I'm drinking."
Yeah.
She was just like, "All right," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then it was not my proudest moment, but I probably drank like a fifth and a half of Tito's in a day, and then just left.
Are we
was-
talking? Oh, never mind.
Like
I'm
a
sorry.
seven-
You said 5.5.
Like
I was-
7.25, and just left.
I don't know the math anymore.
I just left that day, went back up here. I had to work like 2 days after that, and she texted me while I was on the way to work, and I was like, "Just stop talking to me."
It sounds like a lady fucktail. It does not sound like a bender. I
there
want
was
to
a
hear
lot
about like
more.
being at the
right.
like
All right.
know
It
7 days in a row at a bar, just
All
like
right.
It wasn't like,
Right, yeah.
oh, I mean, I kind of just normally do that, but
All right.
well,
Let's,
that's work. Yeah,
let's
work.
simplify this.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing you've ever done while intoxicated?
Oh God. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I love her. I really do love you. I really do love you. I really do love you.
I swear,
I really do love you.
I love you more.
Yeah.
Bro, there's fucking too many. He'd probably be able to tell you more of the dumber shit that I've done when
Oh, damn.
Oh god, that wasn't my choice.
Yeah, that's right.
It wasn't your choice. Oh,
Do
we need to have a.
Men can get raped. We had this issue with a previous co-host who was like, "It can't happen. Men can't get raped."
Yeah,
and then that guy wound up, like,
It can happen.
So this show officially, men can get raped. That's yeah. Well, I don't have to
It gets you.
get into the whole thing.
I'll drink to that.
Can we end on a lighter question than that? Yeah, can
fuck.
we end on a lighter question than that? Jesus. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to go back to one of the old. Scroll down a little bit to the next set of questions because that's the other ones we big added on. What drink do you think is the best panty dropper? Like if you're out with a girl,
Gummy bear with a black rice float.
gummy bear with a black raspberry float. I can do that. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I can 100% get back.
Yeah.
What isn't there already? There's already raspberry in a gummy bear, right?
Yeah, there's
Stoli Raz, yeah.
Stoli Raz, peach schnapps,
Peach
and
sour, yeah.
and then top with
A
Sprite.
little black
and then
Raz,
you
yeah.
do a little black Raz on
The
it.
ladies love the 2-color drinks.
Yeah.
When you throw another color
Cancel.
into a drink,
Oh my God, you
Or
can
like,
layer
you
it.
put some like
What?
some like
I can fuck black men and my dad won't get mad. It's 2 different colors. It's 2 different colors.
It's only half.
That's awful. That is awful. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, it's a 2-layer drink, or you pull out some like out of pocket garnish and you put it on there, and then it's like, what the fuck is
I
this?
got some paper clips and a Q-tip. Here you go.
never know.
It's literally out of my pocket. Like, what's up?
Here's some pocket lint. Nice little garnish for
There
you.
you go.
Hey, I guarantee you, there's probably some bitch out there. that
I've
would
seen
love
a
that.
dude that we know that comes to the bar that is on the way out. He lives here. He has a wife here. His wife, quote unquote, is one of my moms. Any Asian lady that comes to the bar is my mom. I've watched this man as he's walking out put a hotel key in front of a lady and
just
just like,
dip.
"Hey, room 234, Woodbridge Inn," and he's just gone. And he's just out. And he's just gone.
Bold
That is a
move.
bold move with
But
this
he
man.
hits.
Yeah.
I wonder what the
Every
success
time.
rate is, though. Of that.
100%.
You do it one time, it's enough to do it every time.
Yeah, if you're able.
All it needs to do is you just need to have that 1% success rate, and you're like, I'm doing this for the
It
rest
justifies
of time.
every single time. Yeah,
That
it's amazing.
confidence.
It's beautiful. Shout out We love you, dog. That is.
Oh, I thought you were believing.
Oh yeah,
it's all
we'll
his
bleep it
fault.
again. We'll bleep it again. It is all his fault. Yeah, that is my stepdad at the bar. It is hilarious. Love that guy. Love you guys. Thank you again for doing the show. This is episode 53.
Yeah.
Anything we want to wrap on? Ricky, you've never given him a bar enemy bar friend. So what do you think to wrap it up?
Like one more question, or
Do you want to do another question, or do you want to
I
vote?
feel like he may need another question to kind
Yeah,
of. Like,
if you have another question, you want to vote on it. We can. Yeah.
how many drinks in a week do you think it takes for you to be an alcoholic?
Oh Jesus.
well, I mean, if you've been to an AA meeting, they can give you a different reason.
Yeah, they say. Well,
No. I'm not asking for A. I'm asking for yours.
Officially, the fucking medical journal says like what
Yeah.
5 drinks a week.
5 drinks a
Yeah.
week. I have 5 drinks in the first hour I'm drinking. Like,
Yeah.
nah.
Well, you are an alcoholic, so
Yeah, that is fair.
Like to where you
Truthfully-
legit have a problem and you're not in control of your life.
Well, if you're
Drinks a
blacking
week,
out
yeah.
and then like calling out of work, like not doing anything that's actually gonna benefit you, like a number on that. I mean, it kind of depends per person, but like if I was in that,
respect the fucking question, man. How many drinks a week? What the fuck? Are you a politician? You've been doing this whole fucking podcast, man. Respect the question.
We're gonna rebuild the schools.
probably like 50. I mean, I don't know.
So 50 a week.
50 divided by 7. Well, let's do a number divided by 52.
7
12.
point.
It's about 9 and
Yeah,
9.
9, something like that.
7 times 7.
9 a day. 9
No,
a day per
it's 7.
week. No, I'm just
7 times 9?
I fucked
No,
you
it's
guys up.
7.
I got
7 times 7 is 49, and then just divide 1 by 7, guys.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
better at
yeah.
math than me.
All right, come on, guys. Come on. Top half Asian.
Asian.
Come on, guys.
beat me
It's
to it.
7. Yeah, it's 7 a day. So 7 a day.
Slanted
makes you
eyes
an
allow
alcoholic.
them to see
7
numbers
a
in
day
different
is a lot.
quantities.
I'll give you that.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying, like-
7 a day is a lot.
Because like shots or drinks, like I mean, it's all kind of weird, but I'd say at least 7 to 9, 7 to 10 kind of thing a day.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
it's at least 7
Yeah, we
a
should do
week.
this question by day. I like this though. I really like this question.
Yeah,
7 a day.
because I've had times where like I'll have 22 shots,
Yeah.
but I know they're all for me. But I only happened once.
Yeah, so they're all lemon drops. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
All right, Ricky, what do you got? Bar enemy, bar friend.
Fucking
So
You're the only vote today, so
I am conflicted.
yeah.
friend of me.
No, so like the fake ID enemy, right off the bat. But the fact that
You didn't have a fake ID?
no, I did.
You good for you. Good for
okay,
you.
you're good.
Good for you. I love that.
Well, it was
I just went
actually
to Queen's Gambit where I was also Filipino. So the owner was like, Pinoy? Yeah, go ahead. I was like, thank you,
It's a
Glenn.
karaoke bar. That's how you know.
There you go.
shout out Glenn.
Shout out, Glenn.
Karaoke and Hennessy. That's all they need.
Yep. Yeah.
So, but his other answers were pretty honest and real, and it wasn't anything. The whole like using a chick as a free place to crash while you're getting shit faced. That's kind of enemy behavior for sure.
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with the bar, though. That has nothing to do with the bar.
I'm a
This is a
changed
bar
man.
show. This is a bar show.
But
Yeah.
the fact that you
Ricky's tiptoeing on whether you're a good person or not. Not a bar
No,
friend,
no.
not a bar
He just
enemy.
don't fuck
That
with
is the
me.
show.
No,
Ricky's
that's
like,
not true.
this is a bad
don't fuck
person.
with
That-
I think we tend to lean enemy naturally just because you have to really like show.
You gotta see me do some fucked up shit first.
you gotta be an angel. to
I
be a
would
friend.
I would say friend with enemy tendencies.
Friend with enemy tendencies. It sounds like it ended on the exact same
Same
thing.
thing.
But yeah, more friend than not friend.
Okay.
He was very real in his answers.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything that was like super egregious. He was pretty open and honest about things. I would say friend.
Okay. All right.
Respect that.
You get friend. I don't know what I called you, but you know, I know Brooke was like,
hold on.
Brooke,
called
his
me a
girl
Well,
was
you
like,
got a new
enemy.
you got a new set of
Enemy.
questions. So like, what's your judgment off of the answers today?
oh, the new questions today. Oh,
He's probably pissed that I answered them the way I did.
yeah, man. Like, what the fuck, man?
So you took 10 minutes to
I'm not
answer
good
what
at taking tests,
animal you
man.
fucking
Yeah,
beat in a fight.
I understand. Yeah, like, and
said
you,
kangaroo
you were
and y'all
right.
shat on me,
Raccoons
so I
are
had to,
bigger
like-
than pandas.
I mean,
Dude,
he
that
answered it
Red
straight up.
Pandas,
You were
Red
the one
Pandas.
that questioned it, though, to be fair.
Yeah, so
He
Yeah,
answered it
because
straight
it's on
up.
y'all.
And you were
It's
just
on
like,
me.
nah, you
Because I
couldn't
don't
beat a
think he could
kangaroo.
beat a kangaroo. Because I don't.
Hey, you ever
I
seen
don't.
me and a baby Joey in a room? I
No,
never said it had to be a
but I've
full-grown
seen Joey
kangaroo.
Magic at the bar, and that guy is
Shout out.
sweet. I'm kidding. He's sorry.
Are we going to tell that story now, or is it too late?
I'll
Is
tell
it too
you
late?
at the bar we go to next.
All right.
Yeah, he watches the show and apparently he wants to be on it. So
You should be on it.
Well,
Hit 'em
well,
up.
Then we'll talk about it then. Okay.
we've already talked about it way early in the show before you even on like episode 3, 4, and 5 was just we had a whole season arc about like this guy is shitty. I'm gonna fuck this girl. Tell we'll bring it back up. But for me, just because you weren't respecting the questions, you're a bar enemy still. 100%. But you did show up. But you did show up today, and I do appreciate that. You know, not every ride or die homie is going to be the best of people. But here's the thing: is you need those wild cards. You need those people in the group that are going to handle things that maybe you don't want to. Because if you ride with 5 dudes who are exactly like you, it's a shitty fucking group.
Yep.
Varied up. Check on your boys. Bar enemy. Run it, baby.
What you say?
It's not. Okay. There you go.
Degraded and humiliated and broke my spirit. That is literally my pickup truck friend.
The largest one. He's got shirts. He got shirts.
I don't even have to give 100% dick. Like,
I'll just make it.
Don't do anything, guys.